Sometimes at the apiary, when it gets dark, we can see a gray butterfly flying around the hive's hive floor. During the day, it hides somewhere nearby, in the shade, although it is often under the hive lid. If the butterfly enters the hive, it lays many eggs in cracks and debris. This butterfly is a large wax moth G. Mellonella. Its larvae harm beekeeping by destroying and eating honeycombs with brood, pergue, and honey, spreading infectious diseases of bees. Bee colonies affected by wax moths become weaker and reduce productivity. The most dangerous are the wax moth larvae themselves, so let's take a closer look at their development and harmfulness. The full cycle of larval development at 86 to 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit lasts 48 days, egg, 8 days, larva, 30 days, pupa, 9 days. In hive conditions, more often 5 to 8 weeks, 58 to 65 days. At 68 degrees Fahrenheit, development slows down, and at 50 degrees Fahrenheit and below it stops. Only larvae, sometimes pupae in a state of torpor, overwinter in a beehive. At temperatures of 50 degrees Fahrenheit and below, larval development stops. It stops moving and goes into anabiosis. The larva can stay in this state for up to several months. As soon as the temperature rises above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, the larva comes back to life, pupates, and turns into a butterfly. Let's take a closer look at the stages of development of the wax moth larva. When the larva hatches from the egg, it is off-white in color and 0.04 to 0.12 inches long. It has 3 pairs of legs and 2 bristles on its hind end. It feeds on honey from open honeycombs and on feathers. After 2 hours, the larva begins to eat beeswax, making passages in the honeycomb, tightening them with cobwebs, and damaging the honeycomb with food reserves, as well as bee larvae and pupae. Day-old larvae are capable of active migration from affected bee colonies to other colonies, traveling up to 82 to 164 feet at a speed of up to 3.5 feet per minute. Under natural conditions, the larvae's progress is halted by heavy dew, rain, or high temperatures. The larval stage, depending on environmental conditions, namely temperature, can last from 23 to 150 days. The lower the temperature of the environment or the less nutritious the food, e.g., light honeycomb with low honey content, bee cocoons, the larva actively eats old honeycomb during development and grows quite large, up to 0.007 to 0.0071 ounces. After the larval stage, before spinning a cocoon, the larva makes a shallow groove in the wood at the top of the frame bar or elsewhere in the hive, optimally in a place closer to fresh air. During pupation, the larva is motionless, does not respond to stimuli, and only slightly turns, greatly reducing in length with its head pointing forward. This is the pupal stage. The developmental period of the pupa is 2 days on average. The next stage of G. mellonella development is the pupa, chrysalis. The pupal development period in natural conditions is 16 days. The pupal lifespan depends on the temperature and relative humidity. The length of the pupa in females is 0.63 inches. They are white at first, but eventually turn dark brown. The weight of female pupae is 0.0066 to 0.0075 ounces, and the weight of males is smaller. Cocoons are often arranged in rows or tiers, but may be covered with particles of caterpillar excrement. By the end of the developmental period, the pupa becomes dark brown in color. The final stage in the development of the wax moth is the cocoon burrowing and the emergence of the butterfly. After emergence, the wax moth mates, and after 30 hours, the female is ready to lay eggs. In the evening, adult moths fly out of the infested hive, attach themselves to horizontal surfaces outside the hive, or hide in plants. If we characterize the appearance of a female butterfly of the large wax moth, it is an insect that has a lowered and short proboscis, large faceted eyes, mobile thin antennae consisting of 60 segments. The abdomen consists of 10 segments, which is 0.59 to 0.79 inches long. The wingspan averages 0.59 to 1.38 inches. Its wings and body are covered with pigmented scales. The forewings are purple-gray with light and dark spots. The hind wings are gray with dark streaks. The trailing edge of the forewings is smooth, and the hind wings are rounded. In a calm state, the female keeps her wings folded in the shape of a boat. Under the wings, the butterfly's body has a cream color. The female lives up to 26 days and lays 1,600 to 2,300 eggs. Male fly is afraid of daylight or artificial light, so it tries to escape to a darker place during inspection, so the most active butterflies are in the evening and at night. The mouth parts and digestive system of an adult moth are underdeveloped, so it does not feed, but uses the nutrients it has accumulated in the larval stage.